Welcome to the London Outlook for Wednesday, the 17th of January 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, we have a couple of red folder news events, the most significant of which is GBP CPI news that comes out at 9 a.m., essentially at Frankfurt Open. This is extremely high significant news and will likely set the tone for the rest of the day. Then in the New York session, we have some retail sales news that's high impact but not as significant as CPI. So we'll chat more about that as we get closer to the New York session. But other than that, I think ensure that you're trading in the direction suggested by CPI. Then if we look at the 4-hour chart, what we can see here, actually let's start with the daily. What we can see here is that we had 1, 2, 3 consecutive close bearish days, suggesting that today should more than likely be a bullish day. And this essentially means that our daily bias suggests that we should only long, and thus we can only take longs for today. However, something interesting has occurred on the 4-hour, and what we can see here is that the 4H has finally changed character. So our market structure is experiencing a change at the moment, and this can mean a couple of things. So the first thing to keep in mind is the fact that this is an unconfirmed market structure break, and what I mean by that is essentially we've got this, right? So this could potentially be a liquidity sweep and then we continue upwards, or it could be a real break as such and then we confirm it with another break of structure. So we have the change of character here, which is what we're experiencing now, and then we have another break of structure, and then at that point we know that we are in a confirmed bearish trend. So given the uncertainty, we have to trade with a lot of caution during these times, and my trade plan suggests, or my trade plan rules are that we can only trade if we have 4H backing for any 15-minute, 5-minute or 30-minute trade, and that significant targets haven't been taken out, invalidating that move, because when a significant target is taken out, then I need new 4H OB validation. What I mean by significant targets under the specific scenario is substructure targets. So the key the key requirements for any trade in this scenario is one, paying attention to substructures, and the other is finding valid 4H OBs to trade from. So significant targets would be your substructures. Essentially, if this is a substructure, when price let's say price does this and then comes forward, when price reaches here, this is a significant target, and if this is a wick, then we can't continue shorting until we have new 4H OB validation with a body break and then new substructure to target. In terms of having reasons to long and short, there's a couple of things to consider. So for today, like I said, we can only long, and in order to long we need price to have this 4H backing, and then we can say okay, there's no reason to long. The other thing that we definitely need on the 15 and 5-minute is to ensure that we have IRL to target. If there's no IRL to target in this scenario, then there's no trade, or there's no valid trade. That's just because of the uncertainties as to which direction will ultimately follow through. So like I said, for today, what we need to long is this 4H OB backing. Then we need IRL within this leg so that we can target it, and then obviously this will be the ultimate target. This OB that I've marked out is a pro trend previously confirmed OB. And why I say previously confirmed is because it was part of the confirmed bullish market structure trend, so it's an OB that could hold if this level is going to be a liquidity level, or is going to be used as liquidity. Then in terms of shorts, what we need is for price to return to this OP, have a substructure, obviously have IRL towards the substructure target, and then we can target this level, this substructure level, which will be a significant target. But for the purposes of today, there's only reasons to long because of our daily bias. Um, but we are somewhat in the middle of a large imbalance, so we have to be patient and wait for price to come here. And then the other thing we have to factor in is CPI news. If it's positive for the GBPUSD, then there's a good chance that it won't actually bring us, it won't actually get us all the way here before we can take that long. So this trade might not set up for today, but we'll monitor it closely, and then if it's negative, we'll have to wait for US news, and that news will have to be negative for the USD to then suggest to us that longs are going to come in the New York session, and that will validate in a New York low of the day trade. That's essentially my New York outlook for today. My London outlook for today, because going on to the 15 minute doesn't really make sense at the moment, not until we have valid Forex backing.